A man ventures into 1980s New York City's derelict subway tunnel and was never seen again. No body, no blood, no trace. Just a flashlight and deep scratch marks on the wall from the inside. This is George Mendez's story, an MTA employee who disappeared into thin air. His disappearance was shrouded in mystery, but the rumors in the tunnels never ceased. New York City's subway is a breathing beast, old, rusty, and full of secrets. Underneath the rolling trains and crowded platforms, there are areas the public is never supposed to catch a glimpse of. Sealed tunnels by the hundreds, abandoned stations, lost ways. Others closed due to cracks or collapse, but some closed because of what was heard in the dark. Tunnel 61A was one of them. George Mendez was 42, a quiet fellow, reliable, 15 years experience in MTA maintenance work. He was a married man. He had 2 children. He drank black coffee and listened to jazz. He never missed a working shift. Late evening of October 14, 1980, George was assigned a routine solo inspection of Tunnel 61A, a tunnel that had not been utilized in over 20 years. A 30-minute check, in, out, back to his radio. He never returned. At exactly 11:42 p.m., George phoned Central Control. He spoke in a calm but confused tone. He informed them, "I'm hearing something unusual, tapping, like somebody's knocking, but it's on the wall." Control asked for clarification. He paused, then exclaimed, "It's coming from inside the wall, like something's trapped." Those were the very last words ever spoken by George Mendez. They received a response team within an hour. Upon entering 61A tunnel, they found his flashlight. It was still operating, rolling in circles, but George was missing. No indication of a struggle, no missing equipment, no tracks off the land. Only one thing on the wall of the tunnel: 3 deep, long claw-like marks on the concrete, as if whatever was inside was trying to get out. And nearby, a low, rhythmic drone of noise that stopped the instant they got close. The MTA initiated an internal probe, but the public never heard the details. The event was classified as an accidental disappearance. Some described that he tumbled into an old shaft. Others described that he fled. But 2 of the workers resigned the same week. One of them, prior to his resignation, penned a handwritten note: "I'm not going back in there. I don't care what lies you tell." No one ever discovered what he was speaking of. A week or so after, an unidentified subway engineer gave an interview to the local newspaper. He said, "They closed something in that tunnel back in '52. I don't know what it was. Mendez heard it." The novel was never published. The city denied a cover-up, but hidden deep within the transit files, under retired budget reports, was a folder with the title 61A Incident 1952. There were 3 names inside: workers who disappeared while digging the tunnel. 3 disappearances, no bodies, no witnesses, no motive. Construction was halted. Tunnel 61A was shut down in the same year and forgotten, until George Mendez stopped by and vanished too. Over the years, strange stories leaked out. Subway adventurers who invaded restricted sections of the subway heard whispers, tapping, at times even crying. A man's face was said to be printed in the tunnel wall's dirt, mouth open, staring eyes. But when he blinked, it disappeared. Another would not speak about what he had seen. He only said the wall was breathing. When repairing adjacent buildings in 2003, a technician inadvertently cracked the exterior casing of Tunnel 61A. Behind it, there was a hidden cavity, an empty room only big enough for a single man to stoop. They found within an MTA badge in rust. That was George Mendez's. A message etched deep into the concrete wall: "I heard it too." and a human fingernail, freshly grown. The city reopened the chamber after 48 hours. No press release, no follow-up, no public investigation. Just another wall, another secret, another man erased. What became of George Mendez? Did he slip through a forgotten hole? Was he a victim of structural failure? Or did he meet head-on something concealed far beneath the city? There is something we're not supposed to know. They tell us the tunnels breathe. Others say that the walls remind. And others think that George Mendez is also down there, stuck in the concrete. If you ever ride the 6 train late at night along the Lower East Side, pay attention. And if you hear a gentle tap on the wall, don't look. For if the stories are true and the tunnel still breathes, then maybe, just maybe, George isn't alone anymore.